Well, January is a special month because we're bringing you It Up January. That's right. Every single day this month, you can watch a canning video. It might be something on water bath canning or pressure canning. And this is made for all of you. If you've never canned before, I think you'll learn by watching these videos. If you're an experienced canner, I think you'll find some new recipes that you're going to want to get your canner out and make right away. And if you don't can at all, well, maybe you'll just enjoy watching the videos. But this is the brainchild of Lisa from Sutton's Days, and she got together a bunch of canners and we're collaborating all month long. And let me give you their names. Sutton's Days, The Needy Homesteader, More to Life, Paul's Rule of Thumb, Angie's Pantry, Mouse Toes, Tuliloo Creates, Whippoorwill Holler, Freedom Homesteader, The Purposeful Pantry, and finally, me, Prepper Potpourri. So come along with me while we make something special today. Today we're going to make a recipe from the Better Homes and Garden canning book. It is the Maple Orange Sweet Potato Mash, and it is on page 224. We're going to learn how to can it, and this is pressure canning, and then we're going to learn how to prepare it after we can it. And then, of course, do a taste test. So come along with me while we make Maple Orange Sweet Potato Mash. I thought we should have a little fun today and make something that makes a great side dish for, let's say, Easter that's coming up, or any special meal you'll have. And it's really easy to make. Now, if you're new to canning, I urge you to watch a video I have, and again, it'll be up into that little eye in the corner, but it will really take you through step by step for pressure canning, because today's recipe is pressure canner. You cannot make it in a water bath canner and be safe. You must use a pressure canner. But if you follow the steps in my video, it's really easy, and you too can be a pressure canner. So here's what you need. Now, I'm making half the recipe because it calls for 8 quarts, and I'm the person that generally eats the sweet potatoes. My husband doesn't like them. Sometimes my son does. So I only want to make 5 pints. So I am cutting that recipe in half. But here is the original recipe. 8 to 10 pounds sweet potatoes, 6 cups water, 2 cups pure maple syrup or maple flavored syrup if you must, 1/4 cup grated fresh ginger, 2 tablespoons finely shredded orange peel, and 1 1/4 teaspoon salt. And that's all you need. Okay, now here is my half recipe. I got 5 wide mouth canning jars. And wide mouth is better for this recipe because it's easier to get the chunks of the sweet potato in. And of course we have 5 lids and 5 rings. Now let's get to our ingredients. Notice this naked orange. What happened? Well, I lost this covering for a tablespoon of grated orange peel. Nice and fresh, and it smells so good. Then we have ginger here, and it lost one of its ginger limbs to have 2 tablespoons fresh grated ginger. Oh, and good. It smells so good. And then we want our key ingredient, our sweet potatoes. And I have 5 big sweet potatoes here, which will probably be too much. I think I'm going to only do 4. We'll see. Then we want to have our maple syrup. Now I suggest you use the real thing. You could use the fake stuff, but it just won't taste as good. So I'm using 1 cup of the maple syrup. And then just have a little salt. The original recipe called for 1 1/4 teaspoon, so this is about a half of that. And then finally, 3 cups water. So now let's prepare our sweet potatoes. So carefully put your sweet potatoes in without burning yourself. And depending on how many sweet potatoes you're using, you may have to make 2 batches. We need to move these around a little. There we go. We want to get it back up to boiling, and then we're going to let it boil for 15 minutes. So we boiled the sweet potatoes for 15 minutes. We're going to turn off our burner, drain off the boiling water, and let them cool enough so we can touch them, because we need to peel them and slice them into chunks. So it's really easy to peel these now that you boiled them for your 15 minutes. See how it just comes right off? And now we just want to cut it up in our chunks. And our chunks should, oops, we got a spot there. We don't want that. Let's just take this off. There we go. Maybe a little spot there too. We want our chunks to be 1.5 to 2 inches. Cut it in half. And it won't be completely, soft in the middle because you've only cooked it for 15 minutes. But don't worry about that. And then just cut it down the middle. And then we're just going to chunk it up. So that's all there is to it. And soon we'll be putting these chunks right into the canning jar. Now, you probably should see me scooping this out with a spoon, but you know what? It's a lot easier with your hand. I've washed these well, trust me. You might want to put on plastic gloves to be safe, but this is for my family. Yes, I'm using my hand. Okay. Just want to push them down a bit, see how much more we get in that way. There. And now we're going to make the orange ginger maple syrup to pour over our sweet potato chunks. We're going to add our 3 cups water. Our ginger, get it all out there. There we go. Orange peel. And of course, our syrup. 1 cup of our maple syrup. Get all that goodness out. Okay. Now we're just going to be heating this up over medium heat. We just wanted to get it hot. It doesn't have to come to a boil. Be back when it's ready. So we're going to fill it up with our liquid, our ladle here. Get to 1 inch headspace, right about here. Check for air bubbles. Wipe our rim well. We don't want anything sticky on it. Put on our lid. Finger tighten our ring. Now repeat that with the rest of them. It'll be time to put them in the canner. Now I made sure I have some lubricant on my seal. I put a little vinegar in here because I have hard water, and I filled it up to the water line specified by my canner. And now it's just time to put the jars in. And I had heated the water up, and then it goes a little bit faster. And I've already checked to make sure my vent hole is open. So now it's time just to put on, screw it on. Okay, we're just going to wait until we get air blowing out of here, out of the vent. And then we're going to time it for 10 minutes. And then we're going to put on our weight. And while that happens, I'm going to clean up the kitchen a bit. Okay, we have a nice steam coming out. We're going to put on our gauge. I'm putting on 10 for my elevation. And now I'm going to wait until this gets up to 10 on the gauge. Process for 65 minutes for pints and 90 minutes for quarts. So it's down to past 0. I'm going to remove the weight. And then we're just gonna open the lid. Now I'm just gonna take the lid off, but I'm gonna let the jars actually stay in there for another 10 minutes or so. There they are. Don't they look beautiful? You can see they're still bubbling. I just took them out after waiting 10 minutes. And all of them have sealed. They sealed actually while waiting those 10 minutes in the canner. So we're gonna leave them for 24 hours. Then we're gonna take off our rings and we're gonna write on what this is and the date we canned it. Because otherwise we might not remember when we put them on the pantry shelf. But stay tuned, because I'm gonna show you what you need to do to make the mashed potato dish using your canned sweet potatoes. Now it's time to make up a nice side dish. Lid was really on there hard. Okay, we're gonna pour it in here. Get all the stuff out, pretty simple. Now we're just going to warm this up, get it to boiling, and do it on a low boil for 10 minutes. So as you can see, I kind of mashed it up as it was cooking. If you do have too much excess liquid, you can drain it, but you know what? I think that's just fine. After you drained your sweet potatoes, you want to add a half a tablespoon of butter to make them even richer. Now for a taste test. A little steam coming off yet, still hot. This is good. You know, it's like candied yams, but there's just that hint of the orange, and you could taste the ginger. I mean, I don't know what to call this, a side dish or a dessert. But a very impressive recipe, I think, to make. And very quick. When you can it yourself and have some of these cans on your pantry shelves. So, I urge you to watch every day of Jar It Up January, because we'll have a new video every day. And again, a list of the channels is down below. Make sure you subscribe to all of them so you don't miss any of these videos. But again, I will have a playlist that you can click on. I think it's in that corner, you know, the corner with a little eye. Click on that and you can see all the Jar It Up Januaries to date. So please join us every day, and as always, please subscribe, share the knowledge, and thumbs up if you like this video. Until I see you the next time on Jar It Up January.